I'm back again. For those of you who don't know me, I'm Amber. I am a clinical hypnotherapist at Hoosier Hypnosis in Indianapolis, Indiana. And I want to address myth number 8 in our series. Hypnosis is dangerous. Let's take a close look at this myth and understand why it's actually safe and effective. So, hypnosis is safe. The caveat being that it's performed by a trained professional. In fact, many professionals in the mental health field use hypnosis as a complementary treatment for a variety of issues. Anxiety, trauma, smoking, weight loss, sleep issues, focus issues. I know I'm missing a ton, and they're also listed on our site at HoosierHypnosis.com. And, like I mentioned before, it's just a natural state of mind that we are constantly experiencing without adverse side effects. So if we can do it naturally, there is definitely a way to do it safely with somebody who's trained to do it therapeutically. So, if you're someone who is experiencing trauma or anxiety and you're seeking help, if you have fears that it might be dangerous or uncomfortable, you could try it, and you're more likely to see that it's peaceful and relaxing. Like I've mentioned in many of the videos before, you're in control, you explore your thoughts, you explore your feelings, and it provides a safe place to do so. In fact, every client I deal with, I don't care what they're coming in for, the very first thing I do to take them in trance is I give them a happy place. And so we get all the way into this trance process, they come into their happy place, I set up a simulation running on the side of them seeing themselves going in and out of trance so that they have access to use this as a tool outside of our sessions. I call it a self-hypnosis trigger. And I tell them that should they choose to want to use this, they can let that simulation run in their mind. That I ask them to do it for the duration of the session, and if at the end they decide they don't want that, they don't have to use it. And that if they want to use it, that they practice it once a day, because it's a skill. If you don't use it, you're going to lose it. That happy place, however, is the biggest, most important thing that I do in every single session. That protocol provides them with a place that they set up for themselves. It looks like how it looks for them. It's designed, the instructions are, it makes you feel entirely safe. It makes you feel entirely in control. And if at any point during the session you have an experience that makes you feel like you're not one of those things, you can come right back here and become back in control. So if you start to have an overwhelming feeling or a moment, it takes you right back to safe space. That way, it does two things. One, it keeps my client safe, which is my number one priority. And two, it allows us to regroup in a place where they're in control versus coming out of trance in a panic, having to calm down and regroup. So the safe pace protocol is designed to give them a place that is safe for them in the hypnotic sphere to create that locus of control. So that if they ever experience something that is upsetting at all and need to regroup, they have a place in their own mind to do it. Now everybody can do this naturally. I do this in a session because I want them to feel as safe as possible, and I want them to know that they're in control. Because they are in control. But when you're constantly feeling that fear and that anxiety, as someone with anxiety, I feel this myself. It's nice to have that set up for you. It really is. It was one of the things that kept me here. That made me decide to get trained, that made me decide to continue to help other people doing this. And at some point soon, I'm going to have to do the video about how I got here and my own story. Because I started where all of you are at, not knowing a thing about hypnosis and hurting. But before I fall too far down that rabbit hole, our other example, so Mark. Mark wants to quit smoking, and safety was priority. And like we've mentioned, he's already learned that it won't make you do anything against your will. Instead, it allows him to harness his own strengths and desires to make those changes. The point being, you are always safe because you are in your own mind. You're in control. You don't have to listen to a word I say. You're not going to get any benefits if you don't follow the instructions, but you don't have to follow my instructions. You could just enjoy the relaxation ride and come back out when you're ready. But it is important to choose a qualified, certified hypnotist who prioritizes your well-being. In a professional setting, the hypnosis is about guiding you into a relaxed state where you can explore positive changes. The environment should be supportive and make you feel safe and secure. If at any point you're not feeling that, you need to find a different hypnotist. So, if you've been hesitant about hypnosis because of fears about safety, I hope this reassures you. If you still have questions, stick around, watch the next video, reach out to me at who'syourhypnosis.com. I'm happy to answer your questions. That's what I'm here for. Someone did this for me, and I want to be the guide for you now. And so I hope you'll stick around. I hope you'll see you again soon as we continue to dispel all the myths related to hypnosis. Until next time.